Hey YouTube family, this is Professor Green coming to you with another segment of Color of Truth. Listen to the instrumental of Nipsey Hussle. I raise my right hand to God on the Victory Lap album. Good ride if anybody want to take it. Yeah, ride that. Let me get down to some real business though. Tonight I'm gonna kind of change it up a little bit because I think with everything and the chaos that's happening within our society, we need a little bit of spiritual upliftment. So I don't know why I feel compelled, but I feel compelled to share with you tonight out of the Holy Scriptures, James chapter 1, verse 2 and verse 3. And it says, my brother, count it all joy when you fall into divers temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But verse 4 go on to say this, but let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. Well, I like the King James that said not lacking anything. Listen to the commentary. You and I live in a world where suffering is like an unwanted guest. Somehow we are never able to prevent trials from bringing pain and sorrow into our lives. Suffering is a mystery. Bad things often happen to good people who are struggling to do justice, love, mercy, and walk humbly with God. Suffering never makes sense. Nevertheless, James makes a very strong plea for Christians to rejoice in their suffering. J.B. Phillips, in his paraphrase of the Bible, restates the idea. When all kinds of trials and temptations crowd into your lives, my brother, don't resent them as intruders, but welcome them as friends. Don't resent them. Realize that they come to test your faith and to produce in you the quality of endurance. How strange it seems to call suffering a friend when it gives us heartbreak and heartache. But James suggests the purpose of suffering is to help, not to hurt. You and I are called to look past immediate hurt to see long-range good. What is the long-range good? It is the maturation of our faith. The muscles of our faith are strengthened through tribulation. I'm going to say that again. The muscles of our faith are strengthened through tribulation. Just as many physical athletes suffer from fatigue and burnout, many spiritual athletes run out of spiritual energy during times of suffering. Developing the spiritual disciplines of meditation, prayer, and study helps mature our spiritual muscles. In the midst of our increasing spiritual strengths comes joy. There is a joy in knowing that God has a loving purpose for all our suffering and that no suffering lasts forever. I'm going to say this again. No matter what you are going through, paraphrasing, no matter what you are going through, God has a design purpose and that trouble won't last always. There's a joy in realizing that we do not bear our pain and suffering alone, for God is with us in our struggles. There's a joy in knowing that trials cannot separate from God's care, but will bring us closer to Him. Our Lord taught us to endure trials by the way He endured the last days of an earthly sojourn. Jesus lived victoriously. Jesus died majestically. Jesus arose from the grave triumphantly. The same Jesus promised you and me that we also can rejoice in the suffering if we don't resent it as an intruder, but rather welcome it as a friend. Now, as you look at all the chaos that's going on in society, know that God neither sleeps nor slumbers, and He knows all about it, and He will make the crooked path straight. Color of Truth.